I'm Will, he, him, and I play Moxie, she, her.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I play Freya, she, her.
I'm Steve, he, him, and I play Aura, he, him.
I'm Imi, she, her, and I play Ahmaya, she, her.
I'm Mike, he, him, and I'm playing Eugene Ballantyne, he, him.
I'm Ruthie, she, they, and I play Sentinel / Jax, they, them.
I'm Charlie, he, him, and I'm your DM. When last we were here.
Let's let us sit normal, dude.
It's too close.
It wasn't that close.
We have to leave that.
That's why it's so good.
Okay, so aboard the Oddmium Trist, you guys have been exploring or voyaging for 4 days now. So we're coming to day 5. And you left the docks of Del Nori, leaving behind some crazy adventures and some ventures. So you left Mordorin and Clayton to kind of begin at least the foundation of some kind of venture while you're away in the remnants of the Lamore family. You left Magnus in the sweet shop. And obviously the Alchemy Guild and all your other little adventures. Huh?
Marika and the
Physicus Guild, the Touch Lotus, who are kind of still in the their original underground base and all that. Anyway, you left the city with your united fragments of ancient map, and you are searching out Yolanre, the first chamber that fell into the sea with Zarlume about 10,000 years ago. And on the last 5 days have been pretty eventful, I would say. You've heard some rumours about people not trusting the first mate, Detrius Cabal, and also about not trusting Captain Reese Killard. And you heard that Footsie, one of the crewmates, he's having some nightmares, or he's not sleeping well, or something like that. Or what you do know is that he's just anxious about sleep one day, and that led you to see Aura to cast Detect Good and Evil, and saw an undead thing in the captain's quarters through the ceiling, and he then later found out that the captain himself emanates an undead aura. What else did you guys find out? You found out that Royce is he's alive and well seemingly, but he's still a dick.
Maybe drunk.
Yeah, he was drunk. Maybe he's drunk now. Yes. What else happened? Eugene became the assistant of the captain, helping him in all things tidying.
No, assistant captain.
It's cabin boy.
Assistant to.
Assistant to. Yeah.
He's Smee.
Yeah, he's Smee. Ahmaya spent some time fishing and then arguing with Cookie, but kind of has, progressed along in their working relationships a little bit. Aura had a heart-to-heart-ish kind of talk with Enfor, where Enfor gave some information about what you might expect in Yolanre and the Seal Sanctum. Obviously, Zolli might be in a city that he once was the kind of protector of and leader of very, very long ago. I think that's probably about it. We awake in the morning of the 5th day, so probably getting pretty close, and the day is yours.
I would like first thing to go find Cookie and purify the food and drink.
Okay.
So I don't have any more of his rotten stuff.
So you can get up
To be fair, his stew was good.
Well,
he worked hard.
Depends who you ask.
When it was seasoned,
It depends how many of the crew have been
Let's
shitting
not ask
themselves
Buddy
on
the
that.
elf over here.
Oh yeah, I
done my food
straight up
groups.
spent the night in the salt house so I could get more sugar for you.
Nice.
Oh, thanks.
cup of sugar.
Cup of sugar.
I'll just do
Plural.
No, I'm rushing it, mate. Get a cup.
If I come down to the kitchens with you, Aura, to kind of point out the things that would be especially useful to purify.
Yeah, if you just put them all together in a 5-foot radius.
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, that'll get all of it.
I'll let Cookie know his name's Blancmange.
Yeah, so Cookie comes in, you see like there's a pile of anything from well rancid meat to your lemons, your limes, some leftovers from yesterday.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay, hold up. This is good. My friend Aura, Mr. Aura Blancmange, is going to purify this for us so we can use it, and it's not going to give us food poisoning.
What you got? You some kind of cleric?
Something like that.
All right. Well, you got stuff to do. We've got to start. Biscuits and.
Oh no, but this is the only time that you could come down to the kitchen, so I had to.
That's fine. You can get on with that. You make the coffee. He starts getting biscuits together, morning lemons and limes.
Okay. Make coffee, but I'm sulking a bit.
I will purify the food.
Is it a cantrip?
No, it's first level.
Okay. Mark the spell off. You purify everything in that. Does it literally turn rotting meat? Fine.
It's free of poison and disease.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll still taste like crap. It's
with
rotten,
it.
but it's no
Moxie
longer.
can change the flavour of it.
I can make it taste like anything.
This is real.
Can you please make it? I don't like veggie. I don't like the way he was talking to Ahmaya. So can you please make him taste like horse shit?
Well, then we have to eat it.
That's not.
No, it's just his.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna taste weird. It's gonna taste funky as hell. Because it's like rotten meat.
I've got it.
This is literally what Enton was doing.
Yeah, I know, but it's so grim. I just thought about it. Like if you were to take a chunk of raw meat and make it.
This isn't real life.
I know it's grim. Anyway.
Babe, it's called magic, dude.
So yes.
Food at home is not rotten.
You now have a.
Why is my meat winking at me?
Yeah.
It's just the escaping
One
gases.
cubic foot at a time.
Yeah, you now have a cubic foot of.
You have to eat it quickly.
Of no longer completely rancid meat and other things.
Because it's now kind of got a limited shelf life again. I'm going to, once I've made the coffee, done what I've been told to do, I'm going to say to Cookie, I'm going to make a start on this meat stew for this evening, because otherwise it might go rotten again. So if we make a start now, we can get all the good flavours in.
All right. Well, I'm learning from you this evening, so.
Okay, cool. High five. That was bad. Do it again.
That was real bad.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Did you have to do it twice with Cookie as well?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And then throughout the day, while we're cooking, I'm gonna there are no podcasts to listen to because this is D&D. So I'm just gonna bombard him with useless facts.
Okay.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Are they all cooking facts?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Why not?
Why not? Well, because a cooking fact could go into a fact about I don't know.
Guano.
Yeah, bird shit.
It's open door for a realm of possibility for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So while you.
Cornelius comes along for a snack.
I give him a little light biscuit.
So you are bombarding Cookie with facts all day. Very nice.
Well, as a conversation, if he's got facts, he can give them back to me as well.
Perfect.
What's your best
Does
fact?
he?
What's my best fact? What is my... Can you come back to me? I don't know.
Okay, so everyone has their breakfast. Begin with your daily tasks. Does anyone have anything they wish to do other than the daily tasks?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. You can go first.
yeah, but so it's during my
we should probably
downtime,
sit down and...
I have been working on my just doing my spell book. Turns out I'd like to ask Sentinel if I could borrow hers. So there's so to copy down any spells they might have.
Oh, that you want? I see.
Yes.
Go for it.
Oh, you want my fucking spell? My spell's good enough for you, you big fucking wizard.
You can borrow mine as well.
Yeah, but I've spent too much money on buying tears in
I
a
would
vial.
charge. I don't actually charge. Oh, I'm the wizard. I can learn anything. Good. Pay.
Yeah, what Eugene said. Give me your lunch money, sir.
I want to steal your homework. Good. Golden word.
Fine.
Thank you.
Give it back. Don't read my diary.
Okay.
These pages only.
What spell are you going to take?
Comprehend languages is
Is that first level?
yeah, but it's ritual first level. Yeah.
So you're going to... How long is it? Is it 1 hour per level? And then it's
Yeah.
however many gold, so you've got plenty of time for that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very nice. Anything else that anyone wants to do? Obviously, Ori.
Yeah, I should probably mention I spoke to Enthor last night.
How's he doing?
Not too bad.
I know I say it a lot, but are you sure it wasn't a dream?
Sort of. Anyway, we were talking about Yolamri. Like he knew we were heading to Zalumai, and like I think I told you guys, well, we found out that he used to sort of protect that city and like this plane of existence or something like that. And sort of he asked what we were looking for there, and like it was. He said it was sort of a place of great power. It's been bathed in the blood of Valkai and changed. He said that sort of the chambers hold a lot of powerful magic and sort of protection. Sort of, well, I guess the people of the city, some are loyal to him, some aren't. But whoever's left, they've been ensnared and warped by whatever is there, and a lot of undead apparently.
Oh.
But he said it draws very powerful beings, even potentially ascended ones. So this is going to be dangerous, like super dangerous.
Oh.
The tombs used to hold artifacts before the unbinding, but they were all moved away or lost or destroyed and reforged into other things, but they were sort of the precursors to the heirlooms. And he said sort of the Shining Servants put things and secrets in these chambers that they don't want any mortal to find. And that's why sort of faith is so controlled. They don't want us, well, I don't think they want us to see mistakes they've made, essentially.
Well, tough.
I've never listened to a god before in my life. I don't plan to start doing it now.
What are you, Freya?
My god's not a shining servant.
Fucking sick, we can do what we
You've
want.
rebel, you.
High fives all around.
Juness is probably mad about it though.
How do you deal with it?
Be mad, stay mad, bitch.
Should have tried harder to contact me, man.
Welcome to the Hating on the Shining Servants Club. I'm gonna make us badges.
I also asked him sort of if there was anything there that we needed or like he needed us to find. It was right at the very end. He didn't say what, but he said there is something there that we need to find.
One thing I will clarify, your question was that I need to find.
Yeah.
Well, there was something.
It's all about you.
Are we in a private area right now? Or are
Sure,
people
I imagine.
listening
Yeah.
So we say you're taking a break and you've gone down to your kind of
Yeah. Sort of.
sleeping area.
Our little curtained area.
in? Does it concern anyone that we're going to somewhere with lots of undead and our captain is undead?
Nah,
Very
maybe
much
he
so.
wants to just hang out with his buds, you know.
People.
Also, I was going to ask if you know of any patrons that might like molten rock totems with spikes.
The only one that we know of that isn't
involves
my
black
one,
magic of
who
some
is an
kind.
absolute sweet angel man, is the labyrinthine, which I don't believe. I don't think that featured in any of the.
It's kind of more insectoid.
He was speaking a language I didn't understand.
Can you like replicate it?
We can just.
I can draw a terrible picture of it.
No, like
I
the
do not.
the language.
Oh, the language. I only saw the mouth moving, so I'd have to approximate the language quite a lot.
Well, the worst things comes to the
I mean,
worst. We can send Zeal in because he can go invisible,
Can I do
and I can just comprehend languages
That's
and
true.
just hear and understand what he's saying.
Can I do like an intelligence check or something to see how much I can recreate?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Whether or not it would be, I would say yeah. You can roll to see for an intelligence check to see if you can guess the language from the lip reading.
Okay.
But like, I wouldn't say any more than that is possible, and it's going to be quite hard.
People like his mouth was moving like this.
Yeah. So no, it was just like
you can if you roll. It's hard DC. So if you do well enough, you might be able to have a pretty good guess at what the language was.
I got a 2.
Oh.
I was just going from if you could recreate the noises because I think that might be a language I speak.
There was no sound.
Yeah.
I know.
So yeah, no, unlucky.
We'll see later.
Well, we can.
Is that or I just speak in that
later.
language and just say like top of the morning or something when I walk past?
Top of the draconic.
Immediately stabbed.
No, we'll just listen later by the little guys.
Little zeal.
So
I have my fact.
Good.
Oh yes. So that's taken you most of the day.
No. We've been talking facts back and forth, but I was trying to think what my best fact was, and I don't know if this is my best fact. I don't want to remember. Oysters used to be a real common peasant food because they were in such abundance in New York, where the two, like the river and the sea met, that they were like peasant food, and then the rich people were like, "Fuck off, they're ours."
Where's New York?
Where's New York?
It's an island in the place where Florence from.
Oh, what, the Outlands. Yeah, this is fair. This is really stank little island.
From the Outlands, there's this little island. It's got a river on one side, the sea on the other.
Yeah.
Where's the old York?
Is that what it's called?
Fell in the sea.
It was next to.
What's cooking you on? Or is he not partaking?
No. He's just like, cool.
Also, bouillabaisse used to be the fisherman's just leftover stew, and then again the rich people were like, fuck off, we want this, and then they charge you loads of money for it in fancy taverns.
What's a bouillabaisse?
It's a fish stew. Bouillabaisse.
So I made that.
Kind of, it's generally tomato based and we didn't have any tomatoes.
If only you added more sugar, then you would have nailed it.
No, they don't travel.
No, tomatoes don't travel. Unless you tin them.
What's a tin?
In my home country, we have these things called tins, which are like a metal.
Is that how you're going to explain away all your
container.
Yeah.
Pariah developed a cannon.
How's Florin doing, by the way?
Oh yeah. Oh my god. He's been having a great time.
Has anyone tried to kill him yet?
No, but he seems to have made good friends with.
Not Nor and Sorrel.
No. He seems to have made good friends with Grin and Lumpy.
Seems like his crowd.
And every now and again he'll come and nag you guys. He's moved his sleeping stuff away because you guys kept whispering around him, so he was just like, I'll just give him their space.
I feel so bad.
No, I was just sending messages to everyone.
Yeah. But no, he seems good. You see him every now and again. Every time he sees you, he tips his hat.
Fucking
Okay, so the day goes by.
Oh God.
Nothing seems amiss. You move deep into the area of what the captain has called sort of storm seas. Every now and again the wind picks up and you can see there's a little anxiety to the crew, but it seems to settle. That day goes by and no one calls out that they've spotted Ordain's Rock. So...
Can we spy?
Yes.
I will do locket again as well.
Captain.
On the captain with the familiars.
17?
Yes.
Yay.
Oh, let me check. It might have been an 18. Yeah, no, it's an 18. Sorry, dude.
Damn. I've missed it so many times. Like by 1 or 2.
I know.
I can't do that.
So, how are you doing the spine then? Talk me through it.
It's your plan, dude. Don't look at me.
Well, okay. So I can make both of the familiars. I can turn them both invisible, and then we can both see and hear through them. And we both have comprehend languages now, so we can both hear, understand everything. That means
Is it a safety and numbers thing, sending both familiars?
If there's a perception check, then
got it.
It's my thought, because we can try and see what else is going on in there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Continue. I was just clearing.
My only worry is, how do we get them out? How do they get out without being caught?
Vamp?
With that, is it like a big puff of smoke or something?
I want it to be.
Or is it subtle?
Well, Zeal can go into the subtle house, fine.
Yeah, it's subtle, but if it's in a completely silent room, then someone might hear something. I wouldn't say it's completely devoid of all sound, but it's not like a pop. It's like a, different sounds for different magic, but
just wait for the storm.
Or do you want me to just do it on my own, because I can definitely get them out pretty safe?
Might be safer. Yeah, just to send Zeal.
Of course it is. Fine. He's go. Can you still cast invisibility on him so I don't lose him for the rest of the day?
I can make him invisible, no problem. Yeah.
Thank you, Zeal. I'm giving a little pet dog. You to fucking focus. Yeah. All right. Don't fall asleep. You're gonna go in. You're gonna have a little listen, and then I'm gonna be in your head, watching and learning.
Okay.
And then when he seems to have done his business, if either try and sneak out with him or just go back to the house.
Okay.
You're gonna do great.
I give him I made flapjacks for the next morning, so I give him a little square of flapjack for courage. You don't have to eat it all now.
Okay. What time is it in the day? In the
evening? Do we want to do it at a similar time again?
Would he have already left? Would you have done it before he'd left, or?
How long's on the invisibility?
Lasts for an hour.
It's shut most of the day, right?
Yeah, whenever he's not in there, the doors are shut.
Okay. We'll do it in the evening, similar time to, because we kind of know a routine-ish by now, I'd guess. He goes in a similar time most nights, so we'll just go in a similar time.
Okay. So he kind of, he will say he stands after eating, he helps with the food, with the plates and stuff, and then you see him leave to go back upstairs.
Cool. Zeal, off you pop.
Okay. He follows. Is he invisible? You've cast both now already? Okay.
Yeah, I'd have started comprehend languages from when we saw him start going up, because it takes 10 minutes as a ritual cast.
Okay. Oh, because it's on you through. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so an invisible Zeal hops down. You hear him pad off, and then he's gone, and no one can see him. Once
I've finished doing comprehend, then I walk into his brain.
Okay. So you, when you enter Zeal's mind, and you see through his eyes, and there's a blink, and you see the strange kind of vision through his eyes. He's already in there. He's tucked himself in one of the shelves. You look down. He can't see his hands. They're auto invisible. It's very strange. And he's just sat there watching. The captain makes his way in, pottering for a while. Takes a whiskey. Looks out the back of the ship out the window. And then he sits down and he starts writing.
I'm not risking that.
Closes a pad, puts down the quill and recorks the pot of ink.
Is the window glass?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not open, it's shut.
And and he takes off his hat, and you see he's got the sweat kind of compacted down his hair, but it's quite thin, white and in a ponytail. And he kind of runs his hand over his head and scratches at his face, and he looks down at the back of his hand where that strange marking is, covers it with his sleeve a bit, and then he pops his hat back on, he leaves, and doesn't seem to come back.
When he would have left, I did tell Zeal when he leaves to leave with him, to try and sneak out with him.
Okay, yeah, so he'll hop down, he'll try and sneak through.
He is invisible.
Yeah, I'll roll for him. With advantage?
With
yeah, he does.
How's he doing?
That was a 19
Good boy. On the dice or overall?
overall.
Good lad.
And Killer doesn't seem to respond or react, and he's out. He pads back down. I guess you would fade from his vision at some point, maybe when you see yourself.
Nah, as soon as I see him running, I'm like, Jesus.
That's it. Fortunately, tonight was not the night.
No.
Okay. Anyone doing anything before bed?
No, I don't.
The night goes smoothly. Maybe. You wake up. You wake up. Morning is yours. Breakfast once again. We are now on day 6, so any moment, any day now, hopefully, should be there.
It's flapjacks this morning.
Flapjacks, a coffee.
And on day 7 or even 7, we can speak to.
So tomorrow,
Yeah.
so the night of the 7th. Yeah. Okay. What is everyone doing today? Of anything other than normal tasks?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna message Kaz and tell her that none of the Volantas know where the fuck Cancel is. See if she can put her ear to the ground and any rumours.
So she's going to try, you want to try and find out if anyone else has.
Just keep her ear to the ground, see if anything comes up.
Cool.
Don't ask me how I know that Royce doesn't know.
On it. Okay. We could whiz through today if people are happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
just doing my usual.
yeah, you roll for that. I'll roll for
Nah,
this.
6.
We're in.
Day goes past.
Can I, like in the evening, like sort of like ghost story tell sort of thing, especially with Nora and Solar around, just about like this legendary pirate ship that had an undead captain.
Yeah.
And just like make up a fun story with it, and just leave it at that, and just like, as if it's just like we've got nothing to do, so we're just telling stories and that.
They seem pretty captivated.
I'm front row for this with my notebook.
I'm just gonna like very, very subtly like put like tiny details in, like, oh, it was a captain with like one eye or something. And just
I do that all the
just
time.
like very tiny references.
All right,
Just for fun.
They seem to like, they lap it up. And
I'm thinking
Florin's
they're not
also
smart enough.
Florin's also like really intrigued because
He loves his little stories.
he loves his stories. Yeah. He's like, hey, that's a good tale there. It's a good tale there, Aura. Where'd you hear that one?
You just pick up bits and pieces, sort of rippers and that. When me and Eugene went up one night.
I've never heard this story before. It's wonderful.
It was when you were fighting Ripper.
It was Ripper I was fighting. Oh no, can't go back.
You have been back.
I'm so too scared now.
Oh, I didn't think you had that in you.
Neither did I.
Well, I'm surprised, Eugene. I thought you were
Must have been the drink.
a man of peace. A man of...
When alcohol is added to my system, the beast is unleashed.
Now that is something I won't forget.
How's Footsie been doing?
That night, he seems a little anxious.
So did he have an anxious night and non-anxious night, and now he's anxious again?
He seemed fine since you first saw him being anxious, and now
That's what I'm trying to work out. How many days was it been between those 2 days?
Was he anxious the night the captain did his thing?
No.
you guys didn't see him that night. I don't think. Like as in, you saw him that evening and he seemed okay, but you didn't see him after you saw the captain. So. No, this evening he seems okay, actually. He seems fine.
I'm so confused. This is more confusing than the riddle.
So he was anxious when you saw him like one day,
Yeah.
and then after a night where nothing happened, you didn't see the captain do anything, he seemed fine.
Yeah.
And then he was fine the whole time, but you didn't see him after, like the day after the night where you saw the captain. Does that make sense?
You just didn't see him at all.
Well, you just didn't, no one was looking at him that day. We didn't roll for anything, or no one asked about him.
So he was just... so he wasn't just conspicuously missing from the fucking shit.
It's just that no one checked on him.
Right, okay, fine.
In my duties, would I have seen him?
Yeah. Oh god, I don't think you saw him the day after the totem.
Okay.
Mainly because you guys didn't say house footsie, so
That's fine.
that's all.
I was just trying to work out how many days it had been. Right, anyway.
He seems
He's fine. He's not scared. He's not a good boy.
He's chilling.
He's vibing.
Okay.
Rad.
Bedtime? Bedtime of the 6th day. So, the night goes.
Oh no, what's with the rolling?
Without incident.
He's not. He didn't even look at that. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't.
It's also not even any specific dice, it's just a handful.
Because I'm rolling this bad boy.
Oh, okay.
It's immediately clear.
He's getting annoyed that nothing's happening.
The morning arrives, and you're right.
Sorry.
It's all right. You just looked at me like you'd done something, and I was like, okay.
I did, I dropped this and it made a loud noise.
It's fine. The morning of the 7th day arrives. Everyone's getting a bit... It's been a week, a sea almost, and pretty soon after you've eaten your breakfast, you hear you hear Belter, who's the guy who sits in the crow's nest. Sits in the crow's nest all the time. He yells, "Lock her!"
Excuse me.
You said he was Scottish, so I went with it.
One more time?
He said rock ho.
No.
Don't call it rock-a-ho. That's not nice.
So exactly as he said it?
I've done it.
Do it again.
Oh, you can. It's probably got a podcast.
With 10 minutes after that, can I cast water walk on everyone?
Yeah. 10 minutes after.
Well, when he says that,
Yeah.
I start ritual casting water walk.
Sure. So yeah, Freya sits down and immediately starts casting.
I don't know if it'd be useful, but you know.
And sorry, he says pillar ho. Pillar ho!
Thank you.
Pillar? I hardly know her.
And you see the captain up at the helm, squinting. And he joins
by his side.
Yeah, Eugene.
The
by his
assistant
side.
captain.
Assistant captain. That's probably footsie reminding you that. And you arrive at what is Ordain's Rock, and the captain comes down to the crew and he says it's said to look like kneeling betrothed. And he looks over it. I don't see it.
Sorry, kneeling betrothed?
Yes.
What does that mean?
People are getting married.
Kneeling?
The rock looks
Yes,
like
it supposedly looks like that.
Does it?
It's named after that. I don't know. It's
Isn't
not
that their
something
wedding
else.
night?
Can I look at it?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I did not want to be the one to make that joke.
It's one of those things that like someone's called it that because maybe
do
they
that.
saw it and they're a bit drunk, but not really. It's just a weird shape rock.
I got away with it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So it's a podcast, you can listen back.
Oh, sorry. Fair. So, the captain kind of ushers you into his quarters.
Just us.
Yep. And a florin.
Why the fuck's he here?
Why is Florin get to...
Because he's part of the gang, apparently.
I didn't say that.
And he says, one thing we need to discuss first is something that I've been meaning to, but we got carried away. We need to discuss your cut. The standard for would be a 10% split among the entire crew, 20 to the first mate, and the rest from me. But I don't want to cut into the crews, so I'll be willing to take your cut from mine. So I could be willing to give you 20%.
30.
Roll a persuasion check.
Right. So he's got 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd still max out.
What was it, persuasion?
Captain takes the
We did
That
find
is
it.
an 13.
I'm gonna say something a little bit more persuasive to add 4 to that roll.
Okay, can you do it after the roll?
Yes.
Okay.
So
fair
that's
enough.
17.
What are you going to say?
Oh, that's just for flavour. It's I don't know. It's just like
We found half.
Yeah.
And I covered the
you're
map.
doing such good work.
Yeah. Okay. What was the total then? 17.
Yeah. Thanks, Eugene.
Sorry.
This is from my own cut. So
You still make out like a bandit.
I can give you 25.
How much are you expecting to take from this? What are we like? Here's the thing. If you're expecting to come out with one fucking item, that's all you're going in for. What do we get out of it?
We don't know. But divine secrets and riches sounds worth the risk.
All sounds worth 30%.
If it's an item, if it's a single item in that case, let's say we take it ashore. I know people, we sell it, we divide the gold.
Yeah.
What about
40, 30, 20, 10.
No.
What about 25, but we get the first pick of everything? Unless it directly conflicts with what you want to take, and then we have another discussion
Okay.
then.
Roll a persuasion check for that. You got 25 from yours. That's for the what you just said.
A guide.
Right in front of him.
You guiding?
I just
This is the thing with
I mean, what is it though?
Because it was boobs. It was little
It
nose
was
boobs.
like, can I just elbow
All right.
Sentinel?
That's fine.
Give
Give her a little tap on the back. You got this.
It's the equivalent of like.
What Sentinel say?
Yeah,
That is.
that's fair.
Is it?
16.
What it is.
19.
Can you do it again?
It's it's a reaction, so it's every 6 seconds.
What do you say?
I concur.
This is so overpowering.
It really is.
It's called Flash of Genius.
Is it just
What Izzy has in Coffin Run.
Yeah, there's no like limit per short or long rest or anything.
It resets on long rest. I get 4 a day.
This is worth it though.
5 when I get
So
intelligence
that's-
For
20.
guidance, is it verbal and somatic?
Yeah.
So
It's touch, and I slightly turn my head now.
yeah, I think that's fair because I was gonna be like, oh, maybe on like persuasion checks, there's a chance that they'll see it and be like, yo, what the fuck? But I actually think bullshit, so we'll just go there from
So
now.
that'll be 19 plus 4, so that's a 23.
25% first call of whatever is in there, except if it is something that I know that I need.
Which
And then we'll
discuss.
discuss at the time.
Agreed.
Shake on it.
Spit. Shake.
Yeah, he spits, shakes.
I wipe his hand before I have
He
it.
wipes his hand. He shakes.
I don't like having other people spit on my hands.
25% it is.
Is his hand really cold?
Write that down.
I take
Yeah.
35. I'm willing to do this for you. You have been instrumental.
Wait. Doesn't.
Wait, what? That's bad maths, mate.
He takes
He
45.
takes 45, yeah, you're right.
Because I was trying to get him to
We can
up
take
to 30.
We can take 35 if you want.
No, he said 45, that was Matt. That was Charlie, you know. Fuck it up. Right.
This whole
I
battle.
don't even know
there is-
your name.
Oh no, why are you rolling?
I'm gonna get stabbed.
Okay. So, you guys.
Did you roll for? Is his hand cold?
Yeah.
Which hand did I shake?
He doesn't shake you with the crusty hand.
Yeah, but which hand is that? Would I have got?
Which hand
Yes.
is he crusted?
This is right hand.
Not
It
shaking.
is his right hand.
Oh yeah, so I would have fully had to swap.
Yeah, so he probably wouldn't have swapped then. He would have just he would have shaken with that hand.
How's it feel?
I would say it's cold, but it's not like icy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crusty.
Do I need to get my hand checked for disease?
Yeah, you got it now. So, well, and Detrius is there as well. Florin's like, I'm in the. I get the piece of that, right? The little piece of that.
I've never met you before in my life.
Who are you again?
I mean, I got you guys to Del Nori, you know, that's
Yeah,
something.
and you refused to do the little job I had for you.
Oh, well,
She's so mad at you. You know that, right?
I'll earn
She's
it back.
never gonna forgive. She's
I'm-
never gonna forgive you for this.
yeah, she's gonna. I don't want to think about that. She's a scary woman. I respect her very much. But I'm going to come with you down to these depths, and I'm going to show you that I'm worth being included in this here. little cut.
Yeah, right. Okay, if
Really
you prove yourself, then you can join our cut. If
You have
fucking
my-
useless, then you are staying with the crew.
And he takes his hat off and he's like, I will rather die than leave you wonderful people thinking that I am not a man of my word.
I'm going to be honest, you might actually die.
We should take the hat as a deposit.
Oh!
That's so harsh.
Nobody takes my hat.
Can I touch your hat?
If you want to lose your hand,
Is it cold?
you need that for cooking, right?
Yeah.
Just think about that.
I boop on the head really quick.
He just looks mad. Just looks real mad.
I didn't take it, I just booped you.
Someone
Captain,
got a
as
ranged weapon to shoot it
assistant
off.
captain myself, do I get an additional cut from the...
Jellybean, please.
I'm just a believing captain.
Yeah, he doesn't even say that, he just sighs. Well, we don't know what exactly to expect other than he unrolls the map that you guys saw, the old map of the city. Form the key given freely in Yolanre and to take it to the Seal Sanctum. The second sacrifice is in a bleeding for your course. Okay. Well, we know it is below. He pulls out these sticks that are very familiar to you. They look like sending sticks. These ones are a little more intricate and they've got some carvings on them. These are for breathing underwater.
Oh, cool.
He hands them out.
At the moment, we're not going to go underwater. We're just going to walk under.
I was going to say, can we go underwater
You can
if we're
choose.
walking on it?
Yeah,
Alright.
You can choose. And like when I think when you decide now I don't want to do this anymore, you just shoot up.
Well, if you're underwater and you've got it
Yeah.
off, you can turn it on and then you'll.
Yeah.
I think
Pop
you
back
do.
up.
Pop back up. Yeah. So
Speedy escape.
you simply snap these when ready to go. You breathe in the bubbles, and it should work for 24 hours. The entrance will likely have blended into the bedrock. It has been several thousand years, and any magics that you possess that could help find the entrance or a way in, will increase our chances dramatically of finding it in the 24 hours.
Yeah, I've got my
Do you have any waterproof paper?
No, we don't.
Never mind. I can make a map down there.
I've never heard of such a thing, but what we will bring are these, and Detrius comes in, and he's got several pickaxes. These will hopefully help if we need to excavate any of the seafloor to find a way in. We also have these alchemical water torches. They are very bright in the air, but underwater they work as torches, and they will burn for an hour each.
You've got underwater torches, but you don't have waterproof paper.
But it's alchemy.
I said we would bring supplies, not an entire
Library.
So, if you are ready to go, we have most of the day. So,
How long does it take to do the thing? It's an hour, right?
I find familiar.
Yeah, to change the form.
Yeah, it takes an hour.
We need an hour.
Yeah,
an hour we can do.
You change them into fishies.
an octopus.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Yeah, they're probably both gonna be octopuses. I'm gonna ask Zeal if he wants to be an octopus, a little flesh-eating fish, or a seahorse.
What about a dolphin?
He can't be a dolphin. It's too big and clever. What does he want to be? Does he want to be
a
an
baby
octopus?
dolphin?
Charlie.
Can this is a question because I genuinely don't know. Can Warlock ones change the same way?
It's fine for because it's not a warlock familiar. It's a find familiar spell.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same.
All right, we'll do it. It's fine with me.
Because it is. We've flavoured Zeal because I've just brought Zeal through. But it is just the find familiar spell that is as the wizard spell. Like, he's not packed to the chain.
Because it's a ritual spell, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm packed to the chain.
Perfect.
I vote seahorse.
What does he want to be?
Seahorse is by far the worst.
It's by far the worst. Please tell me he wants to be an octopus.
Jellyfish.
I've never been anything other than a squirrel.
What a sentence.
With a seahorse, you have a little snoot.
Well, I was. You're the only one that can.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was before. I forgot.
Okay, well, we're just going to make you an octopus because then you'll be so much more useful. And you're going to be a little bit bigger. But you'll be in a form that Ansel won't try and eat your tail. You'll be the same.
Okay. Whatever you. As long as I can go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't octopus attack each other if they feel threatened?
Soul do not threaten Zeal.
If he inks in someone's face.
You got enough incense, both of you guys?
I have 3 blocks of
I have incense.
How much does it cost? I'm genuinely don't know.
It's 10 gold.
It's
But is it consumed?
I have 5
yeah,
sticks of incense.
Yeah, I bought like 3.
You guys, after an hour,
Get out of the little cauldron, book out all the drawings, and and like a smoky octopus or like climbs into the cauldron, and then then an hour later, then there's like this little it's like blue ringed octopuses, like he looks like one of them.
nice. Yeah, the patterned rings on him. It's really cool.
I'm just gonna spend that time like tidying myself out, because like before we left Del Nori, I tried to make myself look as like Enthor as I could.
Yes, you did.
So I'm just gonna work on that.
Oh, so you're going to try and continue to.
I'm gonna basically
White
when we go
goatee.
down there, I want to some distance I might pass as Enthor.
So you've gone with the white goatee.
Yeah.
And have you dyed your hair?
Yeah.
What was it? White as well.
Yeah, it's white.
So you're white-haired, grey and white-haired aura.
When I did my spell today, it is not as fancy as that. It's like the most functional version of that spell. Instead of it being like this thing, I'm literally just like, Seal, just get in the fucking Seal.
He does. He's just there like.
Okay, it's gonna be fine, bud.
He crawls out of view. What does he look like? Is he blue?
He's just
He's a bright blue.
He's just
octopus.
exactly the same, but
Yeah, and his
colour.
eyes like blink, and the glasses kind of tumble out
oh
because
shit, can you see?
yeah,
Can you see without your little specs, bud? You good?
yeah, you kind of nod,
I'm
swish.
in safe place.
He's now speaking to you telepathically.
He always speaks to telepathically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. he
Otherwise,
does.
he would have to go.
He always speaks to
Okay.
telepathically.
So,
Okay.
after everyone is ready, prepared, re-dyed beards,
I've just tied my hair up.
tied your hair up. Okay.
That's all.
You guys descend. So they've put out a little boat, one of the little rowboats at the bottom of the stairs. So you go down into that. Who have you cast water walk on?
I mean, it will have run out. I
Oh,
can
will
do
it?
it again, like during the end. We can just walk instead of getting in the boat.
Yeah. Would it work on how many? Sorry, 6, 7
It works on 10.
There's 9. So yeah, you got enough. So you go down the ladder and you stand on the water. It's a bit weird to start with. It almost feels like there's like glass underneath the water, and the little surface ripples, they still splash about, and you're not riding those, but you do kind of move with the larger waves and the larger movement of the water. You walk across the open expanse, a very grey and dark water, to this large shale kind of black rock that's in this strange eroded pattern. And it looks, it's very strange out here. It's odd that obviously a rock could be just out here all on its own. It's like a tiny tall island on its own. And as you move closer to it, you see that it widens at the base into the sea, and as far as the light can travel and bounce back up, you can see it widen further down into the dark.
I'm just gonna cast light on the sword.
Yeah.
Just for
draw the sword.
later.
Get
Light.
the torches out.
Yeah, he hands each of you a torch, so you have them.
We only last an hour, right?
They only last an hour. That's right.
Oh, I'll wait till it's darker then.
Yeah,
I guess.
I've always got the sword.
But you each have one.
Forever.
Okay. And the stats, they're underwater. They'll just be the stats of a normal torch. So if you need them, they're under there. Okay.
Everyone ready? 3.
Oh, you haven't snapped your
Yeah.
sticks.
Are we still
One of you characters.
So you each snap your sticks.
I turn off water walk and everyone falls into the sea.
Yeah, so the sticks go bubbles. You each take a lungful, and then you're
What does
into
the
the
bubble
sea.
smell like?
Oh, it's not even concentration. I guess everyone turns it off then.
Yeah. The bubbles smell
do that.
like ozone and
What does ozone smell like?
petrichor.
Thanks.
And
What's petrichor?
It smells like ozone and moss and seaweed, and it fills your lungs. There's a bit of smoke to it, and then Freya turns off a spell and you're under the water. It's freezing cold, and you blink, your eyes adjust, and it seems that the spell has some kind of effect on your vision as well. There's no blurring of the water. And you focus and you take a breath of the water, and it's strange and it's thick in your lungs and it fills them freezing cold. It aches for a moment, and then you're breathing freely, you're breathing the water freely, and you move down through the different layers of light. The suspended sand and silt kind of moves with invisible currents about you, about this large rock, the submerged part of Ordain's rock. And you go down and down until you get to where light cannot reach, and it is pitch dark. And there's a threshold. You seem to cross it, and it is dark immediately, and your dark vision adjusts slowly. There's still nothing to see in your kind of grey-scale vision.
Does it impact the octopi's eyesight?
The octopi's eyes?
Is it like magical darkness, or is it just the darkness of the sea?
It's just the darkness of the sea, yeah. Do octopuses have dark vision?
They have dark vision for 30 feet.
Okay, so they can see just not as well underwater as you guys, just not as well as you guys. Florin cannot see, so he immediately goes with his flare. Actually, you've got your light on, haven't you, Aura? So he won't waste one. He just stays close to Aura as a human. So does Detrius. He also can't see. So the two of them stick with Aura and his sword, and the rest of your vision adjusts. And eventually, you see the bottom, 60 feet away, the rocky expanse of grey, almost coral-like. And there's flitting schools of fish. When you get deep enough, they kind of pass you in a rush. You've realised as you've descended that you can hear each other under the water. It's just that your voices are obviously muffled and a bit strange. So what I mean is I'm not going to make you guys talk different. It'd be awful. And as you descend to within 60 feet of the seafloor, you can see that it has been shattered. It's like the protrusion of Ordain's rock has widened into a slope that then joins the seafloor, and it is just erratic and broken and moss-covered, seaweed-covered. There is an entrance here somewhere, and you guys need to find it. So you're handed... there are enough pickaxes for everyone, but...
Hell yeah.
So you each get a pickaxe.
Muscle's gonna go to work.
What do you guys do? You're kind of floating above, sort of 30 feet above the surface. Ordain's rock is wide expanse to your right, joining with the seafloor.
I'm going to start by using the not sharp end of the axe to try and scrape some of the moss and seaweed off to try and see if there's any writing or clues under the...
Cool, the clues, okay. Roll an investigation check, please.
Oh, what those are using. Investigation is not very
Take the lantern.
That's a 9.
Did we take the lantern from the curator?
No,
we didn't.
We didn't. Okay.
Did we? What was?
I would have
Aman's
brought
eye.
my gloves.
Lol.
Yeah, because they would have been your items.
Yeah.
We'd have brought all of us.
I'm assuming that everyone's got your stuff.
I just
Yeah.
forgot to say.
I just didn't know if we took that or not.
Yeah, that was only a 9.
Yeah, there's no...
We talked about taking.
You scrape away and you see what you think might be a kind of opening, and eventually you run your hand along it and it just forms into a larger block, a crack, and it's nothing. And that happens a few times.
Do you know if we're looking for a physical door?
You're asking the captain?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't know.
I'm going to try something. Might as well. I'm going to take out the compass and I'm going to cast locate object.
Okay.
Um,
On what?
Don't you have to know what that looks like?
No, it's anything of its kind.
Oh, so you're just going to
Because we've done it before where we've looked for statues of a god.
Yeah.
Described or named objects that is familiar to you, and I suppose an entrance would be familiar.
I want you to be more specific than that. Yeah, it's too
Okay.
broad. I feel like I'm happy to do this, but you need to take a risk, and then they'll,
Can you make a map and...
We've not got
I
that. That's why we
haven't.
didn't
I've only paper.
I think you can do it on any surface. It's just that it will be shit.
do it on a flat rock?
At least that's the way I intended it to be. Is that the map will be crap unless it's on a good surface, and then if it's on a magic paper, it's perfect. But yeah, you probably won't be able to do it on
a flat, permeable surface.
Yeah, so you need okay, so like wood or cloth or something.
You could do it on cloth.
Yeah, I've got
Eugene's back.
Just do it on Eugene's back.
What have I got that
His
I
back's
could
very
use?
permeable. So flat.
I've got some like common clothes. I could just do it on that. It fades after an hour, so it doesn't matter.
Okay,
So
while Aura's kind of rummaging,
it's going to take me an hour.
Okay,
I think.
And I would say that's fair because you see Aura take out a load of cloth from his bag and it starts floating like away, and he's like trying to like flatten
I get some rocks and
eventually flatten it. Okay, in the meantime, what else is everyone doing?
Would I be able?
Oh no, wait, the map lasts an hour. It takes 10 minutes.
Okay, so 10 minutes after you've pinned it down.
Because of the way I cast magic, would I be able to ritual cast anything? Because I'd have to write it in my book, but my book...
Alchemists can ritual cast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh no, I know, but just underwater, because if I'm doing it in my
because it's flavour, and also the ink is magic and you're writing your intention, so, yes, you can.
Cool. In that case, can I ritual cast detect magic? And just see if it's a magical door, or I don't know.
Yeah, so you're on. Yeah, so you kind of find a similar balance. You sit down on the floor, sea floor, try and write in this book that floats a bit. So that's 10 minutes as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is everyone else doing?
I would like to look around the thing and try and work out where makes the most sense for a door to be.
Okay.
And use insight.
Insight. Right. Okay. Roll an insight check.
Can I guide myself?
Sure. There's just an instant roll. We'll do this while they're...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on. That's it. 14.
Okay. There seems to be no logic to this seafloor. It takes you a few minutes to you're figuring out, trying to discern, a hidey hole or a place in the base of Ordain's rock or something like that makes sense. And everything is broken and ruined, and any nook that you find, there's nothing there. So what you do surmise from that is that it's likely there's not a door on the surface, but you need to find a way in to where a door is probably buried.
Right.
Should we start moving rock?
Potentially.
Yeah.
A way in.
Try and look for any bits that look like where they're having like rock falls or like anything like that.
Roll an investigation check with that, Moxie.
You rolled bad last time. Nope. Well, 12.
Yeah, no, you think that this is the right plan. It's just there's so much that this will take time. What we're going to be doing is if we get to investigation and perception, we're going to roll every 10 minutes basically. So your kind of time ticks off the longer that it takes to find.
Yeah. Could you have used Ansel to give you advantage on that?
Yeah, could I use Ansel?
Yeah, sorry, go on then. We'll let you off this time.
You. Cool. 12 plus 9, 21.
That's more like it. Okay, so as this is probably as you guys, your 10 minutes comes to a close, so these two spells will take effect after this. Moxie, you find a hole in a rock that's like a shearing, and it fits your description of, okay, if there's some kind of we need to find a way in, a collapsed area is probably the best start, and you see an area that looks like a rock has kind of slid down in a collapse, and to its side you can see that almost kind of coral has started healing over this gap, and you break a little bit off, it's all calcified, dyed, and behind this collapse is an opening into a cave that goes quite deep into the rock. But at the moment the gap is only like a couple of inches wide.
Cool. Yeah, no, gather everyone.
Could I use shatter to make it easier to move?
Okay.
I turn to the captain and say, if I do this, I need a small nap for a little bit. Once we start moving into doing other stuff.
Okay. You did that pretty quick, so I think you'd probably be fine with that. You guys, so the map, Aura, you managed to pin down the cloth. It does it at this elevation, right? So you're only going to kind of skim the top in places.
Yeah.
But you draw, it begins to sketch itself.
Like the lowest point of the
Yeah,
like
that's
the
cool.
seabed. So
No,
I'm looking in.
Yeah, you find a lower part. Then it's quite low down. You do it there, and the map kind of takes a slice of the elevation, and what you see is at the same time Moxie's kind of picking coral away and points down this gap. You see that this tunnel does indeed extend down and along quite far, and then eventually you see the top of an opening like a cavern before it cuts off.
We're in the right place. There's a cavern further in there.
Okay, and your detect magic.
This is magic rock.
It blooms to life, but everything is mundane. There's a few magic items on you guys. The only thing that you're not recognizing on you people would be the captain's sword. I think that's it though.
What kind of magic is the captain's sword? Or does it tell you on detect magic?
It does. It would be a kind of enchantment. That you would recognise as like just a kind of. It's a very good sword. Yeah. So, you guys. Sentinel points a finger at the crack in the rock.
Pew pew.
Everyone back.
This is so. This will after this it will be group athletics checks.
Great.
I'll say to manually do this. The spell will shave off an hour.
And if I do it twice?
Yeah, then you can. Yeah, you'll burn through the 2. But I guess if you're going to short rest,
because I would have to take a short rest anyway. Because I only have 2 spell slots anyway, so I'm taking a nap regardless.
Okay,
Might as well double pump it.
roll the attack.
I don't. It's a saving throw.
Oh, auto fails.
Would it after this count as loose earth as well?
Hell yeah!
If it's destroyed enough, if it after 2 shatters, so roll your damage. And
that's 5d8, so that's 10d8. Thank you very much.
Yeah, just roll it twice, and then we'll see what the damage is like.
Because it's a cantrip, I can just like move it 5 feet cube at a time and just move it and just like.
I would say if you're going to do that, so this will shave off 2 hours, and the how long it will take will depend on your group's check.
Because at the very least, I was hoping it would be able to make it easier.
Oh, it will 100%.
Excuse me.
These are like 100.
So that's 5. Yeah, off 5d8 is not possible to be 100. So that's 10.
It can be if you believe.
21 on the first
damage.
one.
21
on the first one. That's way more like it. It's another 10. 23.
Okay, so 23 on that one. So that's 44.
Is it double damage on inanimate objects?
Yes, the shatter does, doesn't it? It does on inanimate objects.
I don't think.
Can you just
Disadvantage
on this?
Oh, it's disadvantage. That's right. Yeah, on the save.
I couldn't remember the mech.
So Sentinel moves people back, and
then pew pew.
Yeah, there's a kind of spiral of the orange light that focuses onto a point in a hand. It flies down, and you feel it all in your chest as rock kind of explodes out and then immediately freezes in the air and then falls down slowly. And then again, you feel it. Big boulders kind of pile up, and there's like a pile of gravel in the middle now that's been completely pummeled to dust and gravel.
Try and clap underwater.
And now, I will say that if you're going to do that as your check, then that will immediately roll on this, because basically the average DC you guys roll. So let's say that everyone roll except Aura. So we're going to roll athletics checks, please. And you are proficient with the axes, so add your proficiency. The pickaxes, sorry.
Can I have them?
I am.
Seal help.
Everyone is. They're just a simple weapon, and I'm going to say that you're proficient with
Seal
them.
help?
He does. No, not with this, because it's like a strength-based.
He's got 8 legs.
So is it athletics plus proficiency bonus?
Yes, please.
Cool.
Could I ritual cast Unseen Servant as well to help out?
Yes.
Can I do that as well then, please?
Okay. So it'll take 10 minutes, but that's fine.
Yeah. So that then does that like give me advantage?
It would give you advantage on your checks. Okay. What was yours?
10 minutes.
20.
20?
7. I was using the one at the end.
In that 10 minutes, I can move 500 square feet.
Yeah, that's why you're not rolling.
I'm just like.
The lower one was a 4, but the higher one was a 6.
Total.
Yeah.
6 total, okay. So you got a 7,
Yeah.
6, 20,
Flat 8.
8.
18.
Okay. And Aura, you're not rolling, but I'm going to say that it's the equivalent of a 20. So that's
a lot
20,
of-
18, 17.
No, I got 20.
That's 20,
2020.
2020.
2020,
18.
18. And I need to roll for these guys. So at the moment it's 50-50.
What about Florin? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that, right.
Need to roll for 3 of them. So Florin.
Oh yeah, but in that can the two familiars be moving stuff? Is there opposites?
Let's see how we go.
Roll.
This one, so Florin got a natural 1.
If we fail this, do we just not get in?
This takes really long. Okay, that's
What's
a
happened to
17
Florin's hat?
with killage.
He's like taped it.
And 17, okay.
Tied it to his head.
The other two got 17 and an 18.
Good.
I told you, should have left Florida.
And at a 16 plus, it only takes an hour and a half, but you've taken 2 hours equivalent off with the shatters, and so basically it takes you fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm just scooping
I
out.
deserve my nap, alright?
So yeah, you
That was it. I was putting no effort in. I was like, I'm so tired.
and you clear the way into a tunnel that is it is narrow at the beginning. Yes.
Really quick. If I hold on to Sentinel on my back, can they have their nap? So if I essentially piggyback Sentinel,
Yes.
while I
you will
swim,
halve your speed, so
Yeah.
you'll be moving at half speed. But I think that's fine. It is a bit of movement. So let's say that you guys can traverse this tunnel, and then if you need to rest, then you can just stop and rest for the hour.
Piggybacks are known to be
we'll just
proper
rest at the end,
relaxing.
it's fine. I like swimming.
Yeah.
if you want the piggyback, you can have it.
So during that
I love getting
descent,
piggybacked by
you squeeze through small openings, like letterbox-sized openings. You push through into larger caverns. The current you start to feel is pulling you deeper into the bedrock. You are now in a tunnel under the bedrock, under the sea, and eventually, after sort of 20 minutes, it widens a bit and it narrows again. Another 20 minutes pass, and there's a couple of times that you're squeezing through these tiny holes, and you're like, "This is nuts!" Like you are hundreds of feet below the surface, and eventually you squeeze through into an opening. You stand at an open hole in the wall that appears down into a cavern the size of a mansion's grounds. There is a gargantuan quartz crystals have made grown like diagonal pillars into a high ceiling that's out of sight in the gloom, but you can make out where 2 vast sections of rock have kind of slammed together to form a wedge-shaped roof far above. And below you is what was once a mountainside. The odd skeletal tree stands, but falls in powder every now and again. There are crumbled domes that litter the place that were once homes or buildings, and they're now reduced to moss-ridden rubble. And you stand over this and you look ahead, and at the far distance, where at the top of the mountain, or the top where the mountain used to be, over at the far side, you see an entrance. Just beneath one of the crushing slabs of rock that forms the roof of this place. Just below that is an entrance, a giant doorway. And you guys are standing probably 200 feet above the base at the moment.
Can I just be very clear with your use of the word standing? Are we out of water now? Or
No,
still underwater?
you're still underwater. Yeah, you're just kind of clinging to the sides, or
I just wasn't sure if it was a bit where we've been like.
yeah, I see what you mean. No, yeah,
Yeah.
you're still underwater.
Cool.
We'll say that you can take an extra 10 minutes or so to have finished the long rest at the edge. So anyone
long rest?
Sorry, short rest. So anyone who's doing anything in short rest as well, you can mark that off. Now
Fucking love being
I'll
a walk
mark the time.
sometimes.
So you guys have collectively been
Was this part on the map
2
that
hours.
I made?
The top was. So you see above you, there's where the cavern opens. You saw that as it descended and went along, and then you saw the top part of the cavern. And
But I
then it
didn't
cuts
see
off.
like what was on that
Not below.
doorway the other side.
No, like 200 feet below you. It's too deep. So it's been about 2 hours.
If we were on the level of the doorway, I would have thought about doing it again.
Okay.
We did that right quick.
So, what are you guys going to do? You got these the rubble houses. So below you, it's about 200 feet down, where you would meet the base of what used to be a mountainside that is now under these two slabs, like a roof, and then up that mountain towards the top, almost crushing under one of the slabs that makes the roof, is this large doorway.
I think we go to the doorway.
Be prepared for anything.
Yeah, can we do like a perception check to see if there's anything lurking in the water or...
Sure. Anyone?
I've got 120 feet of dark vision.
Oh, do you?
That helps.
That's a good point, actually. So, as much as I said that for the description's purposes, for checks, you guys can only see 60 feet out, isn't it? So, yeah, you can only see a certain area of like the opening, maybe some of the quartz pillar. So you'd have to descend lower to see some of that stuff.
I would have told Zeal, rather than us taking the rest with us, to have carried on and to let me know if anything fucking funky is happening.
So he describes some of that stuff to you. So you can roll a perception, or you could move it out a bit and you could then see some and roll another.
Can I listen to see if I can hear anything weird?
Sure. Roll a perception check for sound.
I'm not doing it with advantage, one for Zeal, one for me.
Have you moved out from the hole in the wall? Because at the moment you can there's kind of a gloom 60 feet around you because of the dark vision.
Yes.
28.
For the sound, okay.
8.
8, okay. Yeah. For the 8, you drift out a bit. It just looks deserted. The mountainside, it's so still in here. The water is almost perfectly clear because everything has settled over so many years. What did you get, Sentinel?
I got an 18 and Zeal got a 17.
Okay.
I'm using just octopus stats for this.
That's cool. So Zeal moved out far enough. He would see.
He's just going to have kept going.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so we'll do what you see first. You don't see much out in the gloom. You see the edge of one of these quartz crystals. You can see for a moment you think you see something flitter. It might have been Zeal or not, but it was almost like a translucent flicker. But that's it. Zeal sees the mountainside, and he sees some kind of what he calls a translucent thing. He sees like a sheet of cloth or something that's almost invisible, flitting between rubble. And 28 for sound. You hear almost nothing. It's so still, so quiet, other than the movement of someone brushing against the rock as they kind of shift out from the tunnel. Every now and again you hear a kind of ticking or a kind of boom of like rock maybe settling above you. And you do hear something swimming, but it's deep down, like a ripple of something. Okay.
I think if we move in a circle, so we've got eyes in every direction. Sounds like there's something here. We don't want to be surprised.
Did you say it was like there was part of it that was like an open down bit, or was it all kind of the same level?
Yeah, so where you guys were in the opening, sheer drop 200 feet down, and then that would be like the base of kind of what was once part of the mountain. So when you got to that base, it then angled up, like up a hill slightly. So you could just go straight.
So what I was mostly asking, is there like a bit that just goes like upwards and then there's a bit that just drops off? Is there basically a big bit of open water, or is it all like that?
Yeah, it's a big opening from where you are, like 200 feet down, and then you could kind of float out and meet it without dropping though. So you could go float out and meet the elevation at a kind of a level.
So I'm not sure if we necessarily want to completely swim over open water if we can avoid it. But it doesn't sound like I can.
Okay, so you guys just going to move out in a group, or you tell me? We got a marching order, or are you going...
I don't mind leading. I don't mind leading.
Me neither.
Okay, so you want
the
eyes?
Sword out.
I'll watch the back.
Okay.
Are we keeping lights out, or...?
I'd keep one, we've only got one.
Yeah, keep
Otherwise we'll be the boys won't be able to see anything if we turn that off.
Yeah, Florin and Detrius need it.
They'll be completely blind.
I'm keeping the sword lit up then.
Yeah.
So Sentinel and Aura kind of eyes out left and right as you move. Freya at the back. Killed will be at the back with you watching. I imagine everyone's kind of looking out, and you kind of move out, I guess, as a group, just out into the open towards the slope.
Keep an eye out below as well.
Yeah. You move for a couple of minutes, kind of moving together through the water. Darkness off behind you, dropping away from where that hole in the wall was. You move towards the mountainside, and eventually you touch down probably halfway up the slope. Everyone can roll another perception check for me now that you're close. Natural one.
4.
1, 4.
17.
17.
I mean, I got a 5, but it's a natural one.
Oh, okay.
Just a heads up.
So it's
You
a
still
5.
beat me if you are 1.
So 5 for 17.
Yeah.
10.
16.
22.
Okay. Just. So, I need to roll for these guys. So do missed. It's good though. Florin did well. Detrius missed captain. No, that's fail. But Florin saw well. Those of you who got higher than a 17, you see again shadows, like translucent veils. They whip about. They slip from crumbled building and skeletal tree. They are nearly invisible, and they are like ripples in the water, and you can hear them, Freya, every now and again. As you move deeper into this great cavern, this large entrance at the top of the mountain becomes clearer. It is a giant doorway. Any carvings that were once adorned the sides of the pillars to each side of it, they are hidden beneath a fur of seaweed and silt, but the door itself still gapes open, and the door's inward and probably 6 feet wide with the gap, and inside it is completely pitch dark. Do you guys move up towards the door?
Cautiously.
Very, very cautiously.
Okay. So as you move towards the entrance, Freya, you see the veils come in a quicker succession, and in a fury of these membranes, they diaphanous like curtains of translucent flesh. They have no discernible features, and they conglomerate together into a strange kind of humanoid shape out of these almost jellyfish-like veils. And in a burbling whisper under the water, you hear, "Travelers!" Whispers. There's a silence. "Welcome."
Oh.
I am concierge.
Obsessed.
I so thought that was going to be evil.
The collective mind of the remnant souls of Zalumai. Our bodies dwell below.
Hi. We do not come to disturb the dead.
Good.
I'm coming home.
It's not a lie, I guess.
I look like Enthor.
Yeah. They hover on you for a moment. They like look at you for a moment. What you think their face is kind of looks at you for a moment. They're just a conglomeration of these veils that kind of make this mass. We are the preserved minds of Zalumai, souls that could not escape the ensnarement of the enchantments below, and were unable to pass into the Nexus. Do not fear us. This place has changed from what you remember, traveller. It has preserved all, even that which should not live on. We have come to haunt this place, but now we protect it against those who should not come. You are welcome only if you speak true, your reasons for being here, and do so under a spell of our making.
Sure.
You're gonna zone of truth us.
Yep.
This is a D&D polygraph, isn't it?
Yeah. And that those reasons we align with.
Cool.
So, who would like to go first?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. So you step, or you float forward, and one of the veils whips out and goes over your head and kind of drapes down your back. It's cold. Everything is cold down here. And it kind of drapes over your shoulders and your back, and it is almost, it's so devoid of mass of anything. It's almost, you can't even feel it on your back. But you do feel an influence permeate you, and you know that you're under the spell. Should you choose to let them, you can forcibly reject the spell.
No, I won't.
Okay. So the question was, speak to your reasons for being here.
Would I be able to do it as message?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I just don't want the captain here.
Okay.
The world's in danger. We were sent here looking for something that could help. I came from here once, and a part of Enthor sent me.
Okay. You stare into this kind of mass of veils in this strange diaphanous form, and the veil whips off of your back and returns to the mass, and it looks to the next person. Who's next?
Are we all doing this?
Yeah.
I can go.
Okay. The veil goes onto your neck, it spins round and then lays on your shoulders.
You hasn't asked me a question yet.
The same question.
All right. What was the question? Sorry, I kind
What are
of...
your reasons for coming to this place?
Because everyone else came. And I just follow them everywhere because they're my family.
Aww.
It kind of looks at you for a moment, and then the veil releases from you, joins the masses, and it moves on.
Did I pass? Guys,
Did we hear you say that?
I don't know.
I mean, you said it out loud.
Oh yeah, but I think Ahmaya's assumed that once the veil's on, you can't hear anything.
So yeah, right.
Yeah, you probably have, because you didn't hear me say anything.
Yeah, so I probably just assumed that and just been like,
Who's next?
I'll go next. Then.
Give me a big hug.
you okay, Sentinel?
So it wraps around you, Eugene, resting on your shoulders.
Hello, how are you?
Just stares at you from what you think might be this formless creature's face.
I hope you're as well as you can be under the circumstances, but I am here because, well, it seemed important to my friends, and it seems fascinating, really, to me.
What do you wish to find?
Well, just as a group, information, I guess.
The veil releases from you.
Wait, guys, you can hear what you say? Oh,
I'll hug you entire.
I hug you back.
Yeah, sure.
Shoots out to you, wraps around your neck for a moment, and rests on your shoulders.
Same question.
Same question.
Yeah. I seek a rotpearl, and I was led to believe that there was a great concentration of undead here.
What do you wish to do with a rotpearl?
It would be a great use in a spell that I'm designing.
For what purpose?
Oh no.
It would be to, for controlling undead. Making them less
Being honest.
dangerous.
Less
Dangerous for you.
The world.
The veil lifts from you, joins the masses once again.
Oh god.
Who's next?
I can go if you want.
Whips out, rests her on your shoulders.
The choruses of Sahara have been corrupted, and I seek the truth.
It immediately lifts off of your shoulders and joins the masses.
Please say shits and giggles. Please say shits and giggles. Because I want to do.
Nothing better to do.
It whips out again, and rests on your shoulders, Sentinel.
Knowledge. Whatever's here.
To what end?
Knowing it.
And what would you do with such knowledge?
Nothing.
Intriguing.
Be more knowledgeable.
Just know stuff.
But harmless. And then it lifts from your shoulders.
They promise.
It said, but harmless.
Okay.
And then it goes on to Florin.
Oh, buddy.
I don't know why.
I'm here for the ritual.
Call back egg.
He says, I'm not quite sure, but I trust these folks and I'll follow them.
They do not let him in.
It pauses for a while and then off his shoulders.
Drag him down to the depths.
Just chokes.
Doesn't seem to be lying. And they go on to Detrius Cabals. And he says, I follow my captain.
Oh, here we go.
Veil lifts, joins the masses once again.
Piece of shits and giggles. Piece of shit.
We're so fucked.
And then it goes to the captain. And it rests on his shoulders. And he looks very uncomfortable, very rigid and focused. I am here to find riches.
Can I use detect thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight check him as well?
Roll your insight. Are you doing just surface thoughts as he talks? Okay. So Steve, Aura, roll your insight check, because you don't need to roll anything, do you?
There's no be a mistake.
6.
Yeah, he just looks, he looks uncomfortable.
I felt garbage today.
Your thoughts are that you hear in the captain's mind are, there is not an ounce of fear. There is only an absolute kind of cold focus that he knows he is going in this place. And he says, I am here to find riches. And the concierge, the veil kind of reels on his shoulders, and you hear from the mass of them, the silt lies. And he says, I am here to seek the entry to the chamber. The words are true, but it drips with sickening dark. You hide behind it, but we feel it. And he looks at you and he's like, this creature is clearly insane. Do you block our path, concierge? The loyalists will not abide you below. The bodies will rend. He cannot enter. What do you do?
Do nothing.
What can we do? Just
Be honest. I'd say that to him. Tell them. And with that, so I will say that any questions will naturally shape the course of the creature's thoughts.
So you're still...
So I've got this up for a minute.
Okay.
I'm not going any deeper, but like I'm also assuming that this course of questioning has not kept him a complete blank slate.
No. He's not lying.
No, I know he's not.
Yeah,
He's doing specific wording.
What you get glimpses of are, for a brief moment, you are completely consumed by an enormous figure that seems to flash in your mind like it's looking at you.
At me?
Yes.
Great.
A creature of enormous black shadows and congealing green chitinous flesh. And you know after that flash, when the creature says that the loyalists will not abide you below, the bodies will rend, he cannot enter. The moment that it says that, and I said, what do you do? There is a moment in his mind where he is about to slash this thing in half with his sword. You can make one action because you're reading his mind as he's about to do it.
Hang on, can I have like 2 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, can I use a thorn whip to hold him and try not to do damage on it?
Can you do that?
I don't know, can I as a cantrip?
I would say you'll know he's going to take the damage.
Okay, fine, I'm just going to yell at him like, fucking be honest, because at least if they're honest we can deal with this now. Don't drag us into your own fucking mess.
Roll a persuasion check.
22.
You still, with the connection to his mind, you see that he is not gonna swing his sword that instant. The creature settles for a brief moment, but it still bristles. Speaks the truth.
They are just souls that are here to protect their home. Don't be a fucking dick about it.
I will try one more time.
And I'm gonna very, like, obviously I didn't mean to do that. Prepare to cast Thorn Whip if he is a dick. Basically is to threaten him.
I would say...
I won't actually do it, but...
No, I mean, because I gave you an action and you spoke.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
So let's go with... There's a good roll. Yeah, you know that with your connection that he's not aware of, you know he's not going to attack in that instant. He's like, okay, I'll try once more. I am here because my patron sends me. And the creature doesn't bristle anymore, it settles. The veil comes off his shoulders and it says, "You do not lie. But your reasons, Captain, do not align with ours." Roll initiative. Okay. So, 20 to 25.
And he's done 5.
15 to 20.
19.
18. Nice.
Okay. 10 to 15.
14.
14.
Yeah.
God squad.
That's God.
10 is usually, that's much better than I
You
usually
didn't
do.
return my high five.
You guys
That's
are
really embarrassing.
with this.
What's that?
You don't know.
Some sort of demon.
But that's also a 14. That dice.
Oh.
And
I was 10.
10. Right. And Moxie, what did you get?
5.
5. Right, so
Will
at the very beginning of the round, the concierge rips itself into pieces.
Right.
Swarms. One of them swarms Killed. The largest swarms Killed. And the kind of green threads weave about him as he initiates his own magic. And the remnant pieces, the other pieces of the concierge split around you all. So, top of the round is Sentinel.
Hello. First of all, what's going on in Killer's head? How's it been a minute?
No.
How's going on in his brain?
Now he is... he's done. He's going to kill this thing. And he doesn't care what happens. He's going into the... All he cares about is going into the chamber.
Right. And can I do an insight check? Are these remnants actually coming after us? Or are they just around?
I would say I don't want you to waste an action on the check when I think it's obvious these three things, when it split, it attacked the big one attacked Detrius. These three are
Detrius.
Sorry, Killed. The other three absolutely look hostile towards Moxie, to Eugene and Aura, and to Florin. No, that's Detrius / Freya.
Cool.
They 100% look hostile. I don't need to waste an action on
that. Okay, cool. And it's dim light, right?
Around bright light around Aura for 30 feet, so you're in bright light. So
we're in bright light?
Yeah. Within 30 feet of Aura, because he's still got his light on his sword.
Fuck. Kind of buggers that, but oh well.
Dim light after 30 feet for an additional...
What's right next? Because I can't see from here. Can I be within 30?
It's 20 feet.
20 feet bright light.
Check.
Is there somewhere that I could drop my shadow spawn that's near to this guy, but not within 30 feet of this? 20 feet of that?
You could go to your right about 4 squares. So
if I was there. Actually, you know what? He's got movement. It doesn't really fucking matter. Cool. We're gonna drop summon shadow spawn, and we're gonna drop him. I don't have a mini for this, so I don't know if you want to use a tile right there. So it's a different figure this time, as this shadow kind of splits from me and goes over to where that one is. One of the horns snaps off and crumbles away, as a very kind of slim, very swaggering form solidifies in the space. For you, he looks just like Julian.
Hey, brother.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
What's up,
Yo,
bro?
what's up?
He gets a full turn now, right?
Shadow spawn.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily say. It's like, it's his turn. He goes immediately after me. He shares my initiative count, but it takes his turn immediately after yours. So
Don't fuck yeah.
Right, so he's going to take a multi-attack.
It's an expensive spell, so like, fuck yeah.
It's fucking expensive. It is a multi-attack, and now he gets to do 2 attacks. Thank you, God. So he does the first one, 6 plus 7 to hit, which is 13.
Hits.
And the other one is an actual 20.
Very nice. What's the damage type?
It's cold.
Unfortunately, this creature appears immune.
Immune?
To cold damage. As this creature, as your Julian in shadow form claws into this thing, it seems the water freezes about Julian's claws and crystallizes in the arc of his swing. And then when it passes into this creature, the crystal just
cool.
remelts over it.
Well, he's now entirely useless.
Fuck.
So he takes a bonus action to hide.
Can it like grapple or anything like that? Does it have a...
I mean, I guess it could, but it's just more that... I don't know.
Good distraction, though.
Like,
if they attack it instead.
They won't. He's not going to do any damage to them, so he wouldn't do any attacks. So he hides.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, he flanks. Well, the only reason I was going to hide was to get advantage, but yeah, he flanks.
To behind him?
Yeah.
Okay, shoots behind him. Nice. Okay. Unlucky. Ahmaya.
Okay, I'm not really sure what's going on because I still think these floaty veil things are not that bad. So
they seem fine, guys.
Because I'm not really that sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm 10 feet away from Killed. I'm going to swim towards his feet and try and like flip him up so he kind of goes upside down and gets a bit disorientated.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I would like to then go that extra 5 feet and try and grab a hold of this veil and try and tie them to a rock.
You do know that they're made of multiple veils. That was one thing I will say, They're made of lots of different conglomerated ones.
Okay, well I want to try and get a hold of as much fabric as possible.
Okay.
Because I don't really want to kill anyone.
All right, you push past Killed and you
I'm trying to like... So I want to go for his feet.
Yeah,
so
you're not going to be
flip up, and then his head goes down.
You can flip him, but it may not do much. But you can do that. So you kick his feet, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he goes floating backwards and upside down. You move to try and tie the thing, so you're going to effectively try and grapple it.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll an attack for the grapple.
Don't worry.
Okay. It is what you have found out from the hat is that this creature cannot be grappled. It is a wrapping of veils and ethereal membranes.
Does grappling doesn't count as an attack, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does? So let's try it again. I'll just be like,
yes, I think you can with 2. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
you know it's immune to grapple.
Because I get an extra attack,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm asking.
It's immune to grapple.
Oh, it's immune to grapple.
It can't be grappled.
These suck.
It's just that the 2 things you guys have tried. It's the 2 things that you guys
I'm
have
not
tried.
viscerally upset.
Can I take out my sword then and try and slash it and see if that does anything at all?
Yeah, I'll say it's your
fabric.
second attack, because you know it's immune in the first, so yeah.
Oh, well, that's better. That's 19 plus
That hits.
8. I forgot to roll my, 1d8, so that's 5 plus 7, so that is 12.
12 damage.
But as I do that, I say, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to work out what works.
Your sword kind of doesn't make any noise as you draw it, which is odd underwater, and then slices straight through, and the thing kind of ripples and moves away slightly as bits of it hang and float off to the ground. It seems to have hurt it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh,
Okay.
just floating there.
It is the captain's go. He's gonna attack this thing with his saber that seems to glow green with kind of with these green threads wrap around the blade as he draws it and swings it astonishingly fast. That is a hit. Okay, that's also 12 damage for him on the big boy. Cuts into this thing with his saber. Okay, that's the end of his go. It is now the concierge's go, which is the one that you both just attacked. You see the initial wounds begin to close up on this creature.
I hate you.
It seems that the damage that it sustained, although it did hurt it, it is able to heal a significant portion of it this turn. It is then going to make 3 attacks on 2 on Detrius and 1 on Ahmaya.
One killed.
I keep calling him Detrius.
Yeah, you do, for no good reason.
Such a catchy
Catchy name.
What a great name, I wrote.
I'm so talented and great.
There's 1 hit on Killed. So it's going to do its bite and then 2 claws. So it hits the bite, misses 1 claw. Killed takes 10 points of psychic damage. And that is the end of... Oh no, it's not. It attacks Ahmaya as well.
Yeah.
1 claw attack,
waiting.
natural 1, it misses. Okay. Florian is up. Where is he? He's the guy with the sword.
He's the guy with the
Go with the sword, go with the hat.
Giant.
He is going to retreat back as far as he can towards that pillar.
Of course he is, because he's a fucking
this fella?
coward.
Yeah, it's only half movement underwater, isn't it, guys? Is that right?
Unless you have a swim speed.
Yeah, so he can move 15 feet towards that big block.
that?
Yeah, but not as close to that. He would probably move the one to your left. Yeah. And that's what he's going to do because he thinks he's going to... No, actually, no, he's going to try and sneak. He's going to try and do it as stealthily as possible. That was terrible. So you see him kind of like swimming off towards the crystal. Okay, it is now the smaller cluster. Their go.
All of them at the same time?
Yeah.
Cool.
The one with the shadow of Julian behind it is going to attack Moxie.
Would it attack Julian because it did try to attack him? It did engage, it just didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking, I'm going to roll for it because that's a good point. I was thinking
Because he also
didn't
did
hurt him,
start
so-
in front of, but he did actively engage.
Yeah, I like that reasoning, so I'm going to go with it.
This is the other reason why I sent him
So
to
odds.
you.
Oh, bravo.
Okay, odds.
Oh, fuck.
Odds it goes for Moxie. It turns around and it attacks Julian.
Good. You're welcome. He's got higher AC and more HP than you.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you, brother.
I already have.
17.
Yeah, that does hit him.
Okay. And Julian's shade takes a chunk of damage. Not me.
But you go to level 4.
It's a level 4, so he's got a armor class of 15 and 50 hit points.
He takes
He's a
14 points
I thought you were about to say 40. I was like, oh.
of necrotic damage.
Oh, hello, hang on.
It's resistance to necrotic.
Oh my god, they just weighing on each other and no one's doing anything.
What was it, 14?
14.
7.
He could take it.
You are so well.
Okay, odds
We're just going to leave them there.
odds Freya, evens Detritus.
Just going to keep it
Odds.
trying to hit it.
Cool.
The one on the left goes for you, Freya. If you can move it in. That one there, yeah.
Hit me.
Fucking hit me.
Yeah, it's not too bad being hit sometimes.
Sorry. No.
Please can you roll? The creature swims up into your space and completely swarms you. I would like you to roll a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh god.
My best thing. 10.
The veils swarm you and they begin going into your mouth, your nose, your body. They wrap you and some of them sink into your skin. You have now been possessed by the creature.
That's not charmed.
No, you are incapacitated. You lose control of your body.
I'm not asleep.
Do we still
Magic
see
can't
it?
Get me to sleep. Okay.
Is it still on the field?
It's yes, but no, it's in Freya, so we can remove the model.
Oh god.
Cool.
It cannot be targeted or affect a spell.
Can I fight it?
It lasts until the body drops to 0, or the ghost ends it, or it is forced out some way, but you cannot stop it. Okay.
Great.
And that is where we will probably end today's episode.
Why do we always end with Freya being possessed?
Oh yeah. Thanks for joining us. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram and listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.